So it'll be just a tad over 10% increase.
No, it's
probably.
looking around 12%.
12.
It's not only the expenditure budget that impacts the increase. You have to look at expenses and revenue, and we have a change in revenue as well.
Yeah, but provided we pass all of the warrant,
Correct.
all the warrants go through.
Right.
Right.
Which, okay.
They may or may not.
So then just for illustration purposes, what I did was, I used the 12%, and where the town part of your tax bill is about 25%, and 65% is generally speaking is the school. They typically in the last 7 years have gone up about 5%. The state and local, went up, county, they went up about 5%. If you do that extrapolation, 25% at 12, 65% at 5, 10% at 5, it netted out at about a 6.75% increase in the total tax bill. Alderman?
Assuming the school and the state,
That was a total assumption, that the schools goes up 5.
that they behave themselves.
I don't have no idea, but I just, I
I have
mean,
confidence that Amanda will keep them in line.
Sometimes we get.
well, they were probably under the same string we are.
course they
I just was saying, I'm just using historical perspective. I'm just trying to guess, all right, how much of an impact are we gonna have on on townspeople?
Sometimes we get a heads up on what the school is doing. Any idea? Where they are?
Not at this time now.
The health insurance in my schools that I work with the boards were a 25% increase.
Wow.
Steadily.
I will tell you, John, what we tell people, the meetings are open to the public.
Well, that's why we moved our meeting, so you can go and find out.
Do you have any? Didn't know what's blowing in the wind?
I got an email from Enfield's town manager saying, so what are you guys doing for a percentage? I guess, I don't know what's going on over there. He's curious what we're doing.
All right. So do we need to take a vote on the total?
I think the Lebanon school
I
just
mean,
went up 5. too.
basically, we need to,
We got to do water sewer?
but if you take a vote on the total, you're basically saying this is what we're going to give you when you get it back on the 13th or 15th.
Mhm.
And you're approving the things that are in here, the changes.
Okay, so we'll vote on the total on the 13th,
Well, you'll vote on the total on the 15th
on the 15th.
after the public
Thank
hearing
you.
because
Okay,
a change can be made that day.
all right. What else do we need to do tonight? We don't need to do library or any of those, do we?
You have to approve library, but I thought you already did, because I had inserted that in the summary sheet, and I thought I did it.
We did.
I couldn't.
Oh, yeah, we've done it, yeah. So I'm just trying to figure out what we have, where we are, right? We're down, we don't have to do outlay, we don't have to do that capital outlay, we don't have to do buildings, we don't have to do any of that, right? Library, we're up to library, are we not?
Yeah, 4551.
But I think that what goes on the ballot article has to be at the completed thing, which isn't technically complete till after the public hearings, like there could be a change.
But couldn't there even be a change after the deliberative session? or-
Yes, it could be one there too, so
Yes.
Right,
what we're putting in the
Essentially,
book, it's
We'll
just,
have to have a meeting after the deliberative
we
session,
usually do that right
Right.
there.
right there.
At the
That's
deliberative.
correct.
But we've never made a change during the public hearing. We just announce what we
Right.
have, what we recommend.
Right.
It's because the public never shows up.
We had.
Dan's gonna round up a whole bunch this
60
time.
people last year?
I'll tell you the same
No,
thing I
public
told
hearing
Sal,
is
be
different.
careful what you wish for,
Everything's
chief.
clear.
The more the merrier to get.
All right.
Because we never voted on the.
I am too, actually.
I don't,
I
I
wish
don't.
we would.
I mean, last year I thought we had a.
We never had the vote because
I
it
thought
never
we had
was
a
a
joint
change.
meeting
All right.
last year and we did that. I gotta go back.
Excuse me.
Hey, where's your gavel?
My kids, grandkids broke it.
All right, fair enough.
I came to visit right after that meeting, and they got a hold of that thing, that was
That's what
gone.
they're getting grateful for Christmas. All right.
Alright, so we need to do library, yes? Or no?
No,
We did that.
We did, well, I'm just saying, like, do we need to do sewer? What are you telling me we need to do?
Sewer.
You were in order, part of the 737.
Alright, so let's do page 16, sewer fund. Any issues on, any comments on the 146-1044? Yeah. Hang on.
Yes.
Go ahead.
The comment I would have is I don't think it's a realistic number because we're honest. And I don't really expect there to be a change, but I think at some point we gotta start realizing that we're not gonna have John Coffey here that's willing to never go anywhere and work 7 days a week for no additional money. Somebody's gonna want some overtime and somebody's gonna wanna actually make enough money where they can enjoy life from this position, we might want to think about that at some point.
You gotta start saying Mason Tucker, it's like John told me, he's got 2 years.
All right, so Mason Tucker is not gonna want to work for the same money that John, not working.
And he's not salaried, so.
But
That's
the one thing you gotta keep in mind is, the reason we're having the issue right now is Mason doesn't have all of his licenses.
Right.
So John somebody has to be here all the time. As soon as Mason gets his license, they can split where somebody does the weekend and they do 3 days in a week. There technically shouldn't be overtime unless there's a breakage. So the reality is, once we have 2 fully licensed people, there will be staggering.
I see the goal.
And it's not as terrible as it looks because you have to combine the salary for sewer and then the salary for water also.
It's a half and
It's,
half.
it's still like, I
Okay.
hear you, but yeah.
But I mean, you look at it and there's no on-call pay is zero in overtime. I mean, we scratched to figure out how to put $2,500 in it because we know there should be something. So just, all right. Yep. Thank
You
you.
know, and basically, I hope once the water system starts, we're gonna be able to start adjusting this.
Yeah.
And hopefully that's next summer sometime we can get started with that.
Fair amount of shit you walked into, isn't it, Jack?
Well, you know, it's every item. That's the weird part. It's like everything has something going on, but if you look at, let's just look at Canaan and I'm gonna say how fortunate Canaan is. You got 3 grants for bridges. They're doing the bond work for the road reconstruction. And you got a major water system upgrade coming. It's like, we got $16 million in projects happening over the next 3 to 4 years in this small town
Right,
and most of it's not money that the town's gonna have to pay.
right. Most of it's funded.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, but
Yeah,
it's
we
just a
covered that
lot
in the
going on.
CIP plan, by the way. It's, you know, the verbal piece has got that in there. All right, so, what do we got here? I got sewage collection and disposal, 146,1044. In favor? Opposed? Any abstains? No.
And this will be an area where there will be some adjustment next year related to capital funding for water and sewer, because we gotta start getting on a plan.
Move that, yeah.
Like the sewer pump station is just a disaster. I was gonna use a pun, but that just wouldn't. quite
Yeah.
the best.
Why don't we just call it water treatment, like one job, like the DPW? Why does it have to be split out? Why isn't it just water treatment?
Because there's the whole sewer side and they're not the same users. There's probably 20 users that are on one and not the other on each side.
Oh. so
They're
you're
not, it's not one department connected to everybody.
All right, sewage collection and disposal. Any got any problems with sorry. Okay. Any issue with 171, 11044 for sewer funds, 4227? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstains? Okay, what else I gotta do? Water? Gotta do water? Thank you. 11, water department. Let's see, water distribution and treatment administration. Any comments?
Shorten the name, so it doesn't overrun the number.
There you go. Just make it admin and we'll be fine.
What's up with the salary? Why we match up the TAs? That again, I don't know why the department has one number and we have a bigger number. I don't understand that. I know that's happened on the other ones too, but the note I had in here from the other one.
What line number?
11, 4, 3, 3, 1, 10, 110.
First one.
I'm sorry, I was on the wrong page. Yes.
Page 17.
Mason got one of his licenses and there was an incremental raise tied to it. So
And that was after the
yes.
select board and the department for theirs. Okay, thank you.
Other questions, comments on water departments? All those in favor of 122, 531?
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstained. Water services, comments on water services?
We're gonna be done with the heads before next year or?
Yes. Well, we're getting close.
So is the 1,500 for new people moving in? We have water meter installation.
Well, we have, basically, there's a revenue side too. We're supposed to charge $1,200 for every new service, and then we have, if somebody puts in a new, like, we just had there was two mobile homes that were installed on Keenan Street. They had to get new services, so. And we were installing, there's one going in on, near School Street.
Does that cover the expense? Or it's at 80% or?
It basically, all of our fees on this side, we have to actually reevaluate our water ordinance because these are fees that are probably 15 to 20 years old. So all of this has to be reviewed.
So my question still stands. If we're gonna have all the heads in by the end of the year, why are we budget 1,500 for new heads for next year? If you said that they're gonna pay a fee when they have a new service, they're gonna pay for the new head installation. So why?
Well, they're gonna pay a portion of it. I mean, you still have to show the expense. The revenue side is the revenue side. So, but it's not, we're not gonna be putting in new heads. We're gonna have the software expense, and I can't remember what the 1,500 is tied to be honest with you.
Okay.
But we do have a software piece that we have to keep the licensing up, so we don't end up where we are today again. And I don't remember if that 1,500 is just gonna pay for the licenses once we're all set.
Doesn't look like that's it, but okay, because there's underwater treatment, there's dues and subscriptions and all kinds of other, it looks like
Yeah.
overhead things. This looks like it's paying a guy to go install it.
Well, it's not paying
And
the
the
person, it's not
department,
paying the
the TA.
individual. You're buying the equipment, it would not be.
The department, the TA and the select board all had zero. That's why I hit my radar. We're the only ones that put it in.
I can't remember what.
Yeah, I'll look at that after
You're
the
compensating for something, I forget.
Yeah.
But software, if that could be $100 a month or so for software.
But this is installation. I would think the software would be under the next one. We're due subscription, contracted services, electricity, that's like overhead. That's what you would think the software would be under. And there's a 1,500 in there, by the way.
We'll look at that.
So there's an ampersand there. Can Carrie and see anything in the computer that might be in that? You look at.
Like,
All
Yeah.
I remember is the budget committee talking to John Coffey and then deciding to add that.
So what he was just saying that this one again is so long, we can't see installation and can you open up and see what's after the and
You go on your computer,
on
you
24?
see,
Again,
That might have been that subscription for, walkie-talkie kind of thing. And then you did that, was that the one?
We'll figure that out.
the note takers got better memory than the rest of us.
Well, let's, use the note.
That's why he makes us all look
Still
good.
got a
He
brain
keeps
that
correcting all the motions and stuff so that they.
Excuse me, we're just kind of talking freely. Does anybody here other than me remember the fact that when I first got off my couch and ran for board, Roger didn't take notes at any of these meetings? Mike took notes at all of those meetings? And I'm the one that jumped up and down to get Roger here. So thank you, Roger, for doing it. Because before that, you couldn't trust what the hell the notes said. So, honestly, dude, it was ridiculous. The guy who was running the meeting was taking the notes.
All right, all those in favor of $2,000 for 4332 water services?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Any abstain? No, thank you. Do I need to do water treatment too? Yes. Water treatments. Any issues on water treatments?
Aye.
All those in favor of 86,250?
Aye.
Opposed? Any abstains? Thank you. Anything else I need to do, Karen?
it's just the bottom line for water department is 210,750.
Thank you very much. So that's the sum total of the ones before. So the total for water department, 210,750.31.
Aye.
Opposed? Thanks, thank you. That it, are we done? Oh, thank you so much.
John, I want this year. After the ampersand, John, that's all.
I thought I heard a motion to adjourn.
No, we're not done with the agenda, my friend. Sorry. But really, good job, folks. It's only 8 o'clock. We're doing great. Hey, we have other business. So, Mr. Reese, with a little bit of assistance from myself, has been working on an update on a communication education piece.
Nice.
It's a totally rough draft. I think Carrie, correct, yeah, pass it out if you like. Carrie, you got until like, after the deliberative session or when do we have to get this piece into you to include it in your mailing again?
So we need 2 weeks from the day that we email it to it hits mailboxes. So my goal is mid-February, so we'll have it for the vote. So I would say it in by the beginning of February.
So we have, we'll vote on a final piece. I'll add it to the agenda for our meeting on the 13th January. Is that reasonable, Mike? Sure. Yeah. Anything is reasonable? So, this is just a first draft of something that we want to do. I don't want to, you can go over it tonight if you want, but I don't think it's necessary. I think you should just all read it. Think about things that you want to add to it or delete from it. And send that off to Mike and, he'll see if, I can consolidate it, right, make sense out of it. If you have any questions about what you want to do, we'll get to you and figure it out.
Okay.
I think one thing I would recommend we make sure we add is the conversation about we're kind of out of the hole. And
Well, if you would like to
forward.
share something that's
Yeah, I
important,
think
Chip,
we
we'd
should
be
probably
very happy to have that.
related to that. So
Yeah, so just send it off to Mike like everybody else. It'd be great.
including your grants, including the grant business.
I would just have a caution that I think the average reader in Canaan has a very short
Yes.
span. And you get into more than a half a page, you've lost it.
About 3 paragraphs too many here and there, John.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you explain it any shorter.
Right.
So that's the tough part. So I think maybe you leave it to the responsible ones to read the whole thing who want to be in the know.
There you go.
But I'm with you, sitting on the boards and committees that I have, I realize that's the main problem. You read 3 sentences and then you want to check your Facebook page. And then you want to bitch because you don't know.
If I may.
So,
This is what we expect here.
yeah, it is.
But I think it's part of our, we discussed this, and we think it's part of our effort to be more and more transparent, right? And
Yes,
to get as much information out to people who actually want to pay attention to it.
And the graphic is great. And if you can somehow think of anything else to be put in a graphic, the public will absorb that much quicker than they will in a paragraph.
Yeah, I was thinking, one of the thoughts that I had, and Mike and I have discussed it, is rates are one thing. But the actual taxes that need to be raised and the valuation that is used in that formula are really the critical pieces. That's what determines the rate, frankly. So if there's some way we can figure out how to, figure out something, Mike, and we know it's hard, but, we're gonna think about it. Roger?
That's me.
No, I'm sorry.
I've got a couple of,
There we go.
There
There you go.
couple of the pie chart business, if you flip that, put that on top, and you put something like some places you have BLUF, bottom line up front. If we can come up with just a couple of bullets at the front, because as you say, they'll read the bottom line up front, they'll see the graphic, and I think we can pull a pie chart that also explains what 66% means, and we'll show it in dollars and cents. On the average home, if we say 226, like you did up in the paragraph, it'll reflect that paragraph in the chart as well. So people can go like, yeah,
I
my,
could use your help on that, because that's the first pie chart I ever made in my
Yeah.
life.
well, you know what? Great job.
Good job. Excellent. Excellent. What a job.
I was on
We
Google.
were talking about this the other day. I said, Phil, I'm not doing this, you do it.
I think that's a great idea because it's.
When I retired, they were coming out with cell phones.
Read a few sentences and glaze through it and read the bottom.
and then, like I said, if you want more, here's the detail like you wrote, which is fine.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that. It's just if we flip it and then, because 8 out of 10 of us are gonna go like, put it away and I'll do this later, and they never get
Well,
to it.
that's why we're doing this.
Yeah.
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 I saw an article recently, and the article said something like the majority or 50%, I don't remember the number, but a very large number of people just don't understand percentages. So if you can use other terminology, I think you're better off.
That is true.
For example.
See it in my world all the time.
Well, that's why,
Gary?
that's why I like the argument about the rates. The rates don't kinda, until you reach in my pocket and say, I need $5,000.
I don't care what the rate is.
Okay, I'm getting it now, but how did you use my $5,000?
Mhm.
That's what, we attempt to do with the dollars, with the percentages almost don't matter. It's the color. Like, that's a big number. Who the hell was that? The school. That's why,
Right, so again.
very nice, very nice.
But it's a start, so anything that you guys have that you wanna,
Very
send
good
over
start.
to think about or add stuff to, just send it to Mike. He and I will, look it up. We'll have something from the meeting on the 13th to review again. We'll try to get it out a day or so before.
Yeah.
Right, so that you guys can, get a look at it and then we'll finalize it and off we go.
Yeah, this is good.
Sure.
Was this the mission?
want to send me a
that
copy of
we
this
were
email?
working on, or were we supposed to be breaching
Send me a
something?
copy.
You were supposed to be working on this.
I thought it was something for the school.
That's okay.
Right, so.
No problem.
I have a completely different idea of what we're.
We just said, the heck with it, we'll just do something and then.
So
we'll go.
I'm glad you did, because I honestly thought that I thought Mike and I were gonna breach something with the school. I don't know why I was there, but I thought we were gonna start a communication thing with the school. I didn't realize this was what our mission was.
I don't wanna do that.
Well, I think we tried to take Sadie's thought process, which I agree with, we don't wanna put blame on anybody. We
No,
just
no,
wanna
no.
Present,
I wrote on.
information.
Yeah, I just literally,
Here it is, so you understand.
my bad for dropping the ball, because I didn't realize that's what it was. I thought we were going to talk to the school.
Dan, we all have
At the
lives,
board meeting. I thought we-
I don't know.
So, okay,
That's like-
With Al today, like, what did you take?
Huh?
Did you eat something different? Did you have a cocktail? What's going on?
What do you mean?
Vitamin B twelve.
This is fun for these days. This is like my fun time.
I'm with you,
Oh,
Seth.
that's so
Yeah.
sad.
So-
That is pretty sad.
One thing
Gets back for the dead for the shirt, right?
One thing I'll point out that you brought up the T word today, so the transparent business. And
Yeah.
so there is a Transparent New Hampshire, and you know what's part of Transparent New Hampshire? Money. Where does it go? Where does it come from? It's all here, so it's nothing we really have to invent. We can probably do something like what the state is doing, so we kind of slide into that. So as you guys, as we're doing it, it might be something to look at. Just look up Transparent New Hampshire. It's a whole government site you and I are paying, well, I don't know how we're paying for it,
Yeah,
but paying for it somehow. It's magic in the state.
it sure is.
Buy more alcohol, I probably
There you
say.
go. Any other business? Thank you. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So second,
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Make that motion.
I'm doing a second to